Hey guys, Roman and Reaper here, just back with another video. I'm outside the cinema right now in the pouring rain. Prime day for it, I guess. About to head in and go and see The Woman King. Obviously, I'll talk a bit more about, the controversy surrounding this film, but yeah, very excited for this. A big historical epic on the big screen. So I head in, get my snacks, get my seat, and go and see The Woman King. So yeah, I've got my popcorn here and a Coke. It's time to see what's got all the Twitter historians outraged. So yeah, The Woman King. Just got back from seeing it. I was looking forward to this because it's a proper historical epic which should be seen on the big screen. We had Northman this year, which didn't deserve to bomb. It's a fantastic film. And now we have this, which has both positive and negative buzz surrounding it. But does it live up to either of the extremes? Let's find out. So The Woman King follows the Agoge, an all-female fighting force in the Dahomey tribe, serving under King Gezo. The Agoge are at war with the Oyo tribe over the fact that the captives are being sold as slaves, and the Oyo have, reached a deal with European men to ship the captives off and sell them as slaves. It's quite loosely based on real events. I'm not gonna claim it to be entirely historically accurate or anything, nor am I gonna claim to be an expert in what really went down in Dahomey, but a lot of people on Twitter seem to be doing that. Like, guys, just wait and see the film, because not only are the things they're complaining about actually important to the narrative, but the film is really good. Yeah, it's been getting a ton of positive buzz from its premiere at the Toronto Film Festival, and I fully see why. It is a great, great time at the big screen. I had an absolute blast. So the historical action epic nature of the film works really, really well here. Like, we've got vast, breathtaking cinematography which captures these beautiful African landscapes in all their glory, and these fight scenes, are fast and punchy, and you properly feel the blows. This has earned its 15 certificate. Obviously, it's not as anywhere near as brutal as Northman, where intestines were being spilled quite regularly in that. And it does have a bit of shaky cam and quick cuts. This is a PG-13 over in America, but as I said, the hits and blows land with enough impact that you really feel the weight of it. And this is all topped off by a really good score from Terence Blanchard, who utilizes a lot of traditional African sounds, like the traditional tribal singing and the drums. It works really well in enhancing the feel and style and world of the film. It feels maybe slightly cheesy when it's the more conventional Hollywood orchestral sounds, but for the most part, as I said, these score work really well for what the film was going for. And it helps as well. It's not just fast and punchy action scenes. There's a really compelling story underneath. Like, I really liked how they explored the slave trade as a moral conflict for Dahomey. On the one hand, we've got King Gezo, who wants to break the cycle of the slave trade and prosper his nation through other means. But on the other hand, you've got a Portuguese captain, Santo Ferreira, who warns that Dahomey will lose its security and status if they do this. And it's really fun seeing how it builds and pays off. It helps as well. We also have really compelling character stuff going on here as well. Like Viola Davis as General Meniska is, well, she's fantastic. But she's tough, hardened, battle ready, but also with a deep trauma underneath, and it's really compelling seeing her heart and stance gradually unravel over the course of the film. However, it's not just Naniska's story. The way it's marketed, it makes it look like Viola Davis is the focus of the film, but this is not the case at all. Yes, she is. She's top billed, obviously, and she's a very prominent part of the narrative. But it's not just her story. We've also got the perspective of King Gezo, who I mentioned earlier, and John Boyega is really good in this role. He's got a tough, regal charisma about him. Trying to prove himself as a great leader to help his nation prosper, despite his youth and inexperience. He's really good here. It's potential career best stuff for him. Granted, I also he was really good in the film Breaking. I haven't seen that because it's not come out over here, but yeah, I'm glad to see John Boyega is really proving himself after his less than favorable experience on the Star Wars sequel trilogy. We've also got Lashana Lynch. Yes, the Nomi, the new 007 from No Time to Die. She's in the film as well. She's really good. She's strong and badass, but also brings moments of levity, and she has a real warmth to her character as Oge, bonding with a young aspiring Agoge warrior Nawi. And talking of Nawi, wow. For this being her debut role, Thuso Mbedu is really, really good. She is arguably the standout of the film. I really enjoyed her arc of, gradually rising through the ranks as she trains to become a strong and brave Goje warrior. But also really liked her, her bond that builds with Lashana Lynch, and even the impact she leaves on Naniska. That was really compelling to watch, and yeah, really, really great stuff. I also quite liked her relationship with the Portuguese man, which I was expecting to just sort of be underdeveloped and half-baked and uninteresting. I actually really enjoyed how they built that up. With all this in mind, Thuso Mbedu definitely has bright things ahead of her. If I were to, there are any issues I sort of have with the film, it's relating to a certain part of the whole drama. There's a twist reveal which occurs about halfway into the film, and for me, it wasn't particularly surprising. But I could sort of see it coming. It felt pretty telegraphed from an earlier exchange, but when it came, I was still like, aha. I really liked how it impacted the story and the character and the two characters it involved. I won't get into details, but you probably will already know. Maybe if you've seen the film, you'll definitely know what I'm talking about. But But yeah, all in all, I had an absolute blast with Woman King. Ignore the negative buzz because it is really, really good. And potentially, we could see Viola Davis nominated for an Oscar because she really was brilliant here. Oh, and by the way, there's a mid-credit scene to sit for, which I was not expecting at all. Definitely stay for that. But yeah, overall, Woman King, I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. So yeah, let me know down in the comments. Have you seen the film? What do you think of it? What's your take on the whole, hoo-ha surrounding the film? And do you think Viola Davis could potentially get an Oscar nomination for this? Let me know all that down in the comments. Don't forget to thumbs up if you enjoyed. Don't forget the subscribe button if you're new. And don't forget to turn that post notification bell on so you don't miss an upload.